on. I think I started. Yeah. Okay. Hey, how are you? Um, I'm not going to have much time to what the hell? What is it? To stream much or do anything over the next couple of days. So, I'm gonna have to get creative. So I got about a half an hour to do my makeup. So I thought I'd do that. And I hate doing these stupid get ready videos. I'm not doing a get ready video. Don't get ready with me. Don't follow anything I do. Don't take my advice. Don't even ask me questions because I don't know what I'm doing. This is just a time saver. I would turn the camera off, but I'm going to be reacting to a live stream, and I don't like to react without the camera on. I feel like I don't know, it's like I would feel like I couldn't trust the person who was reacting to something without a camera on. I don't know. So, oh, thank you, Austin James. But hey, everyone. Hey, Robin. Hey, Chicken. Hey, Berber. Hey, Berber. Hey, Adrian. Hey, the Dark Magician. Oh, the Dark Magician. I'm not going to repeat or whatever, but I read a tweet that you made recently. And I just want to say thank you. It was a very nice tweet. That's all I want to say. Hey, Sunny D. Hey, Austin. Kaleidoscopic. Hey, Kimberly. Dizzy Me Blonde. Hey, Christy. Hey. Hey, Star Lily. Michelle Rhodes. Just looking. Okay, so the stream I want to go over is Kay Baxter's stream from the other night, from, what was it, like a week ago or whatever, the one when Nat showed up. I haven't really watched it in its entirety. I've watched clips, mostly from Llama Girl. I watch clips. But I wanted to watch it, and someone I know has saved it or recorded it live. So I actually have the live chat too, because as we all know, her new edited version lost the live chat when she edited the stream. So, which is, I don't know. I'll keep my mouth shut for now. But... oh, hey, Kai. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, a lot of people here never really catch my streams because it's always so late at night. So, yay, surprise. Yeah. All right. So I have it queued up, ready to go for the most part. And this isn't the full stream. It doesn't start from the beginning. I'm not sure whereabouts it starts or whatever. It's after Nat has come on. I think this is the second time she was on. And this is after Katie came on. But there's a lot of shit. I listened to clips of it here and there, and there's a lot of shit in this I want to cover. And if I make a video, unless I make notes of it for days, I'm not going to cover everything. So I want to do a reaction to the stream. And this is probably going to be in more than one video, more than one part or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and call this part one, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. And let me get situated. All right, let me check chat one more time. Cool. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not covering anything. Oh, I've fallen asleep recording too before Chicken Cakes. It's funny. Yeah, I'm not a vampire. I wish. I really wish. Okay.
I respect you in that. Like, I get that you hate me, but I respect you enough to not say a word when I'm told not to.
So, do you want to name who she named, Katie?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, I saw the screenshot of the actual account she spoke to. It was the real account of the person. She had them blocked, and it was Steve McRae.
There you go.
It was not a fake screenshot. It was his real account. We verified it was his real account. She was lied to by them when they found out.
Why doesn't she say how they verified this? You know, she just says, oh, we verified it. It's his real account. We verified it. Why doesn't she say how? Like, how is this verified? Who's they? Who's we that verified it? She's saying it like she has some sort of verification technology in her basement or something. I mean, is she talking like the FBI verified it? Because allegedly the FBI is investigating this. I mean, I think that they were investigating. I don't think that they are anymore. I think that's why Uni and Katie feel compelled to go out and play, you know, Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys there. So, and while they're able to. So I want to know who verified this. How was this verification process? You know, and whose process is it? Is it their own personal process, like it's good enough for them? Or is it some sort of process that's good enough for, you know, more professional agencies and such? That's what I want to know. And also too, and maybe I was wrong for this, but I think I had higher expectations for Baxter because she doesn't even, I'm assuming she hasn't seen this verification or this verification process. Assuming I'm correct, she just comes around and says, well, there you have it. There you go. Why? So I don't know. That's just my take on it. Yeah, I don't know, Christy B. I don't know. Christy B says, oh, wait, you know what? That's right. Shoot. I said I would try and do this more. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, Christy B says, how did Kay go from holding KJ accountable to defending her? I don't know. How did a lot of people in this community or whatever do that? I don't know. It's weird. And, you know, and I get it. We don't have to, like, harp on her all the time or whatever. Yeah, I get that. But that doesn't mean you just forget everything. Just saying. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to go back to the video.
That he was threatening her. It's my belief that they got nervous that she would say something and they made her think she wasn't talking to him, but it was really his account.
That's what I was afraid of. See, and people told me I was nuts. So it's allegedly, Steve.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I mean, I've known this the whole time. And I think, like, people don't realize, like, it's hard because a lot of people have opinions about me and a lot of people have really vile opinions about me because of what he's done and the lies that he has spewed about me and this cult of women he's preyed on. I feel really bad for the women that he's done this to in a way because a lot of them are just, they're in a vulnerable place in their lives. Some of them have, like, they're struggling in something.
Hey, Pickle, you can mute your mic when you have to cough, Lovey.
Oh, that's common sense. I'm not sure if I'm capable of such things.
A lot of the people just assume that, like, it's just a lot of the women that got involved, they were fed lies and they hated me because of something else. Like, I blocked them or whatever. A lot of it's I blocked them or I didn't like their rude comment and I snapped back or something, And
I want to ask Nat a question just really quick. And I think, Katie, this will be an important question for you to hear the answer to as well.
Okay.
Nat, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago.
Turn my camera off. Then I don't have my phone up. Okay.
A couple weeks ago, not getting into the details of what happened between Katie and Preacher Boy, because that's moot. We don't care about that stuff right now. Okay. But I know that there was an email sent to Preacher Boy that was supposedly from you. Can you confirm that that was not from you?
What email?
The email that was sent to Preacher Boy from an account presenting themselves as you.
I sent one to Katie, sorry. Hang on a sec.
Yeah, she emailed him.
Okay, so we are confirming that she did send that email.
Yeah, she did. I don't know if it was an email or a DM. I think it was an Instagram.
No, I didn't.
Why is that important? Why do they care? I mean, Preacher Boy wasn't even a part of this. Why was that taken a sec? I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I guess maybe it makes sense, but I don't know. And not sure it does.
Sent an email.
Yeah, I think it was.
I sent Instagram messages. You've got all of them. I gave them to you.
It was an
Instagram. I gave them to Salts.
Yeah, I just wanted there to be clarity with that, so that we all knew what the truth of that situation was. Nobody can accuse Katie of lying anymore about it because the truth has come out.
I didn't send him an email. The only
you sent him a DM on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were DMs on Instagram. He sent me one first. And we had a conversation.
Okay.
What? Did she just say that Preacher Boy sent him one or sent her one first? She's saying that Preacher Boy sent Natalie one first. Is that did I just hear that right? I'm not sure I heard that right. Oh, Adrian says, I'm not questioning the narrative of the anti-KJ community. I don't stand for people going real life because it gives Katie the opportunity to be a professional victim. She so wants to be. Yeah, I agree with that 1,000%. 1,000%. Because like a lot of people give me shit over the whole report thing and everything. And I think some shit is deserved. I've already said this. However, my doing it, I don't regret, and I would do it again. She just said he messaged her first. Yeah, I don't see how. No, I don't buy that. But I mean, yeah, and I knew that I knew that what I was doing was going to make her like this perpetual victim or whatever. I knew that. And it was, to me though, the price was worth the return, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there's no way that he messaged or he reached out to Natalie first. He didn't even know who the hell she was.
I've got the messages. Obviously, Salts has got them.
Okay,
So
perfect. Yeah, we don't need to know. We don't need to hear them or anything like that. I think we've all kind of seen them. I just wanted clarity on that.
Iris said, if that's proven to be true, then Steve, I think she's referring to, violated the court order agreement that you had. Can you ask Katie that?
I can't speak to specifics about any of that, to be honest. And at this point, we're exploring all legal options. I can't disclose a lot because I don't want to lay out my cards, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes that nobody knows about. So it's hard. I see a lot of chatter online. And I can't say a lot of, like, you see me talking about stuff, and I'm really frustrated and irritated that people keep saying that I'm unhinged because I'm tweeting. Twitter is like the worst platform because, honestly, you only have 240 characters, and I have a lot to say, and there's a lot of people that are.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to manipulate people with only, 240 characters. You need a lot more than that. Unless you're really good. If you're really good at it, then you can do it in like Twitter's old 140, I bet. Just saying. Oh, what am I missing here in chat? Anything? She's so triggering. Yeah, I know. Irish, what do you mean you caught Katie in a lie with that question? The one about Steve there or whatever? I mean, yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, his involvement, because it would have been sending actors to do his bidding, so it would have been indirectly, and indirectly were covered in the NDA. So I mean, technically speaking, he would have been in violation had he had in fact been guilty of doing that, and I just don't believe he is or has been. What the hell? I didn't bring my other makeup brush out here. All right.
Doing stuff. And so I think it's really disingenuous after so much abuse that I've been put through with having police reports, fraud reports, CPS at my house. My husband reported to unemployment fraud, me tax fraud, having the police here 4 times, 4 CPS reports, continued threats daily for anyone to call me unhinged. I'm feeling like I can finally use my voice and share what I know, and somehow that makes me unhinged. And I just think that's just an ugly narrative.
Well, that's a common thing to do to women.
Yeah.
Right? It is. And I've watched people do it to Irish.
Sincere, yeah, the reason why I'm covering this is because of the shit that's said in here. I don't really care what Katie thinks or what she's saying, or I haven't even really maybe I covered a little bit of some of the shit she said about me, but I don't think I've made it quite a big focus because it's like, oh, today's Tuesday, she's talking shit and telling lies, But these accusations are new. They're different. And I feel like they need to be addressed, especially because these are some potentially serious accusations. I mean, I don't think that there's anything to stick or anything, obviously. I mean, but that doesn't mean that some people won't believe it, if nothing, for no other reason, because they want to. So for that reason, I feel it's important to put some sort of rebuttal or response out there.
Once. And I said, all they want is to be heard. And if you feel like you're not being heard, then you're going to repeat it over and over.
Well, and it's not even that. It's just people don't know how much I know. Like, because I don't talk about it. Like, I have purposely been very clear about not talking about certain people because this person has been so awful to me for 2+ years, making my life hell.
Because she had an NDA. She was clear not to talk about it because she had an NDA. She was a part of it. She couldn't. Come on.
That I don't want to talk about that person.
Yeah.
And can I just say, like, my interaction with him was bad. Like, I told Kate today that I'm kind of worried for her, and I'm worried for her safety. And I reported it straight away. Like, police here already know. They knew in February.
Yeah, but I think that's a good part about speaking out, though, because people like that are smart enough to know once people have spoken out, should something happen,
Like what
sometimes speaking out makes you safer.
What he's done is he's created an echo chamber of people that believe lies about me that aren't true. And he's basically convinced people I'm a narcissistic, like, danger to society. He's literally like the one person that pushed that my son was abused, that he wasn't sick, that I had Munchausen's by proxy. He's the one and his little group, like, cultivated that lie. They also cultivated the lie that I neglected my son because I have a job. They cultivated the lie that I lied about.
Dude, all the women who are around Steve, whether it be streaming, whether it be videos, whatever the case may be, if he was actually saying that, if he was accusing a woman, a mother, of neglecting her son or her child because of streaming or whatever, he would have been hung and he would have been like quartered and hung or whatever the phrase is by now. Like he would not be in one piece. I mean, he would have paid the price by now.
Things that he said to me.
Wait, I see a question here. Let me see. Where'd it go? Okay. Oh, shoot. I can only click on it on StreamYard. There we go. Okay. In that live, Nat said you, Tina, and Dottie were not involved, and she doesn't know Little Red, but soon as KJ comes in, her tune changes. I would even argue that I don't think it was Katie coming in that made her tune change. I think it was the way shit was being presented to her to respond to again that kind of made her, like, they encouraged her. They set the mood for her to change. And I think that the fact that they were asking again and asking in the way that they were was also kind of intimidating. Had I been in that situation with me and myself, it would have been intimidating. Being in that situation, having all the ailments that Nat allegedly has would even be so much more daunting, assuming all that's factual, which I have no reason not to. But yeah, that's what I think. Regardless though, yeah, it changed. It absolutely changed.
That I took out a false TRO, that I stole his channel. Like, I didn't do any of those things. And then all of these other things where he's literally called me like a malignant narcissist. Like, he's one of the most narcissistic humans I've ever met in my entire life.
See, that's what I said I've said this quite a few times in the last couple of weeks. I kept saying, who has the biggest axe to grind with Katie? Who? And, what's the first name that comes to mind?
Well, there are going to be, like, I watch really boring stuff on YouTube, right? Like history stuff. People who should have, like, no drama or conflict. And there are people I see all the time in their comments that are just hateful for no reason.
Yeah.
There's always going to be haters, and when you cover controversial stuff, because the Duggar cult, the people who love Duggars, they love the Duggars.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I'm so used to having like that kind of stuff, but this is not connected to that.
This is totally different. I see that.
Like I'm not afraid. We call them the Duggar huggers. And
Jeremiah Duggar ain't bad looking. I'm just gonna say it. I'm a married woman, but
he's probably one of the better looking of the boys. The girls are
he
beautiful.
probably acts like a total idiot, but I don't have to marry him. I can just enjoy the way he looks.
There's this huge misconception that people think that like I just hate on the Duggars, and I don't. Like if you actually watch my content, we really like a lot of the girls, and we are constantly cheering on Jill. Amy Duggar King is one of my friends, so we don't hate the Duggars.
Well, I've seen you grow in that aspect, and I think that's an important thing because, some people who have a lot of the negative stuff to say, they are looking back on older content before you got to know the family, before you were friends with Amy.
Yeah.
When and I've seen you grow in that aspect, so I will give you that. Absolutely.
Amy's a really sweet woman. So is her mom. I've gotten to know Deanna. They're like two of the kindest, most loving women I've ever met. They are the Christians. They don't care that I'm an atheist. We don't argue about anything. They're conservative. Well, Amy's not super conservative. Amy's like pretty socially liberal. But they're just kind people. But they're dealing with a lot of really tough stuff, and they've been lied to for a very long time. And so you just have to it's hard once you get to know the family and you know the dynamics and you know how abusive the family dynamics are, to be silent.
Right. So, Nat, are you still there?
Yeah.
You doing okay?
Yep.
Okay, very good. I just want to make sure you're all right still.
Waxy's what may come on the panel for a minute.
Oh God.
So Shen says I blocked her, but I blocked her because I get really tired of, there's been a lot of people coming into my DMs telling me how I'm supposed to be acting and how I'm supposed to respond to things, and acting like because I'm sharing things, I'm unhinged or I'm making people think I'm crazy, and people don't believe the FBI is involved. And I don't have time for this drama kind of stuff,
Let me ask you this, Katie, because I think a lot of people,
yeah.
and you obviously, you don't have to answer me, but I think a lot of people are just, with all the stuff that's been said, now that we've had, and I know you haven't watched everything, I saw the chat, I know you'll go back and watch. I'm going to have to go back and watch because I don't even know I caught everything, but now that we've had this conversation, I think the biggest thing is people are wondering if, now that we kind of more concretely, and you of all people, other than those directly involved, know who has done what, if we can kind of relax a little bit and not feel like I think people kind of feel like there's a little bit of a witch hunt. I'm not saying you're conducting a witch hunt, okay?
Well, there's a lot of thing is this.
Well, there's a lot of people throwing out names to you. I've seen it.
Oh yeah, constantly.
Because she's hurt. Because she's been attacked for 2 years by the same people.
Right.
Because people are going real live. Because people are telling other things lies. I believe lies about it for the whole year. Of course, she can't trust anybody.
No, and I don't trust someone like Shen, because Shen was one of the biggest detractors, one of the most hateful trolls. And while she was being nice, I could still tell that she's in the weeds with a lot of people that are doing bad things and defending them. And all I'm trying to say to anyone is that if you're dedicating your life and your time to hating on one person, and all of your friends and your relationships are stemming from that, the lines get blurred, and it's very easy to cross boundaries that are just totally inappropriate. And there's no checkpoint. And I know that she was friends with Steve. I know that she says she hates him now, but I saw her in streams forever ago, constantly egging him on. So it's very hard for me to consistently listen to her, act holier than thou when I know she's done things. So, I get to have an opinion, and I don't have to have someone that's been rude to me for years tell me how to do things,
Well, I know Shen.
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking for her, but I can tell you this. You're right. You're not wrong.
Ugh.
But I think
Wow.
that with Shen, when children are brought into it, that hits her heart.
But
And I
but
think that she was feeling compassion for you, because she more than anything knows that a child, I'm trying to be really fair here and not insult you. I don't want to say anything specific because I don't think that's right. But I think when a child is brought into it, that's when it's 100% wrong. And obviously that situation has happened to your family.
well, but the thing is that this was happening in the first CPS. The first CPS was in November. So why weren't people compassionate then?
I don't know that everyone believed it, to be 100% honest with you, Katie.
That's the
Because
problem.
that's the thing, as much confusion as you have had, we've had even more, because we don't know at all what's going on. And because this climate of hate, Katie, has been culminated.
Yeah, it's hard. I can't even.
We didn't know what to believe. And
Well,
I'm not saying like that you're guiltless, because I don't think anybody is.
No, that's the thing, is like people say you're blaming everything on this. No, I'm not. But like, I'm not guilty of half the shit that I'm accused of. And they know that. Like, the people that have cultivated this narrative know that. Like,
But they're not telling everybody else that. And that's what I'm saying.
No, they don't know that.
They're letting everybody believe everything that they want to. And because people aren't critical thinking, they're thinking with their emotions.
Correct.
They're like, oh, this, that, and the other. And they're just spinning out of control. So as much as you want people to have compassion for you, and I see that tide changing, I'm just asking you to have a little compassion down that. And I know that's hard. Trust me, I do. Have a little compassion for us, because I don't want this for you. You've got enough hate just because of what you cover. Let's bring it together, because these people who have done this, they're preying on a whole huge group of people who we could all be unified and be like, heck no, that's not true. No way.
Here's the thing, is a lot of the people that are part of this were former subscribers of mine, fans, whatever, members, whoever.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, this is what they do.
Doesn't that kind of give her a clue, though? I mean, if so many people of this community, this anti-KJ community, as everyone calls it, if so many people here are former subscribers or members of hers, there might be a reason for that. I mean, and I don't think it's because like the people who are already here are that good at like recruiting new members or whatever. I mean, it could be that the driving force is not anyone here, but the driving force is in fact her. I mean, and I'm not saying she shouldn't be canceled or anything like that for her. I mean, whatever. She can, let her do her whatever. But I mean, if she's going to put herself out there in the public, and if she's going to talk all this shit, and she's going to shut down any and all criticism, then she's got to have to expect the criticism to get louder, because you just can't shut people up. You just can't.
So they prey on people. So they see someone get upset with me, and then they immediately start spamming that person. They have ruined every one of my collaborations. They have literally destroyed any time that I've tried to work with another creator. They ruin it. They spam, they harass. That's what they did to Sherelle. That's what they did to Preacher Boy. They did it to Leslie. Like, they've continued to do this for years. And with the Tati thing, they just got their teeth in and they just went for it. And Kim Fulmer got involved, and she filed that bogus declaration. Lori got involved. Natalie, I didn't even know who Natalie was before this. So that was like this whole thing that came out of left field. And then you have all of these other people, like, nobody believed me that Creepshow Art was like in the weeds with them, but she was, and she was being fed all of this stuff. And then once Creepshow put her video out with all of those bogus lies about how I'd done all these terrible things, which were not true, then it just spread like wildfire, and it got way worse.
I think part of that too is there are things that have been done that people have seen with their own eyes that then it gets inflated. And so people are like, no, I saw something like that. That's not a lie. And so then, if you and I are best friends and I tell you somebody tripped me and you saw them walking past me at one point, you're going to believe me because You did see them walking past me, and I'm your best friend. Why would I lie to you?
Yeah.
And so people are taking that like, well, we've seen some of the stuff Katie has done,
sure.
which we didn't agree with. So why wouldn't we believe this? And I think that's something you have to work
Thank you so much for the super sticker there, Crystal Clark. Hey, thank you.
against. You already know that.
They basically, Emily Artful described it perfectly. And this is not just what Creepshow Art does, but it's what these people do, is they take a half bit of truth, just a tiny sliver of truth that is reasonable enough for you to believe, and then they spin it into a web of lies so that you don't know right from wrong. You can't see left from right. And then they play on your emotions. They play on your vulnerabilities. They play on your mental health. They prey on women who have mental illness. They prey on women who are lonely. They prey on women who are in abusive situations. It's sick. And they prey on people with disabilities. They have no morals and no scruples whatsoever.
But I just want to be clear here. When you say they, and I know what you're talking about, but you're not talking about the entire community, because I think that's where some of the hurt has come from. As much as people are saying, oh, Katie does this to everybody, Katie does that to everybody, a lot of us feel like we're getting back from you. You guys are all in a cult and you all do this. We're not. I'm not saying there's not this tight-knit group that has an agenda. There obviously is.
Yeah,
but like,
yes, that's who I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about that specific group. So I'm not speaking about every other person. I'm speaking about that specific group. The fact is, though, is that that specific group has the most influence, and some people don't even know that they hold all of the influence because they don't know what's happening behind the
God
scenes.
damn it, really?
right. But
Let's
Go
let
ahead, I'm sorry.
Waxy get in here for a second because she's been waiting forever.
Sorry.
Waxy, what did you want to say?
I had to unmute. I'm sorry. Well, this was quite a lot longer ago in the conversation, but I had a visceral reaction, as Katie and Nat confirmed, Steve. I don't know what Katie knows. I don't know that Katie even knows me, but she might. But Katie,
I know a lot of pretty bad things about me on Twitter.
well, I made some comments on Twitter. I don't know how bad, but I get you. I'm not. I'll own whatever. I have a channel on. What's that?
You comment.
I have watched some of Waxy's videos. I really haven't seen her on Twitter, to be honest, but I've heard the things that she said on her own channel and on other people's stream, and she has said some pretty vile things. I mean, you wouldn't think that she would say these things looking at her, but she's kind of put me off a few times. Like the things in which she'll attack Katie over, especially over the Duggars or Dugars, however you pronounce it. Like she'll start. I mean, she comes very close to talking like a sailor. I can't speak now. When she addresses Katie's coverage of the Duggars, like she hates how she covers them. She hates how she talks about them, what she thinks of them. I mean, there's no love lost there when Waxy's talking about how much she hates Katie's coverage. She's gotten pretty dirty when she's gone after her. I'm just saying. I'm not saying she's wrong, but I'm just few times, more than a few times, I was like, whoa.
Comment and spam behind the blocker you used to a lot.
Behind the blocker?
Behind the block, like you're blocked and you're still commenting. You did that.
Oh, no, hon, not me.
That's not you?
No, you got...
What's your handle? True Ball of Wax?
True Ball of Wax, yep. I've never done any behind... I don't even know which, really. No.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Waxy, let's get to what you wanted to say, though.
Yes. So I wanted to come on here to...
Real quick. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Christophan, always. Thank you. And someone said, it was, okay, Katie Joy's torn gay pride flag. EKC is a makeup guru. Everyone, ask her about makeup advice. No, don't. In fact, well, you can ask me, but don't ever take my advice. Don't even mimic anything you see me do, because I'm not good at it. I don't care. I don't know, whatever. So long as the end result is acceptable, then I'm happy. I don't care how I get there, really.
to say,
and I have about 3 more minutes, and then I have to jump off because then I have to get dressed and go to work. So just giving people a heads up. I know it was only like a half-hour stream I had time for, but trying to work in more since I can't do as much.
Even though you all know I have a channel that criticizes Katie. Katie
shoot.
is,
No,
in
damn it.
my opinion, telling the truth. What I've gone through, the minions, and we all know who they are, have worked on his behalf, and it's because I was getting too close to the truth, and they didn't like it. And Charlotte was getting close to the truth, and Charlotte got it hard, and it is everything we've watched. Now, everything we've watched happen, it all goes through a lineage. I can take it to.
Thank you so much for the super chat, One Warped Angel. Love you, Aaron, but I know where I stand and can't listen to this BS. A bunch of turncoats who I have no respect for. Sorry, it's completely understood, and I hear you. Thank you for being here, though. So have a great, and thank you for the super chat.
A point. I couldn't get it to Steve, but I can take it pretty far.
It goes. It's Steve, then Tina, and Aaron.
Yep. Oh, yep. I got.
Nat said Tina was not involved.
Oh
no. Nat said no. See what was misunderstood.
I didn't say that.
Nat said.
Look at how Waxy is just jumping in there. No. It was misunderstood. That's not what she meant. What? I mean, oh God! See, this part I did hear because I think it was Llama Girl who posted this clip or whatever. This really kind of pissed me off because you can hear it. You can almost see the bias too, and how they're trying to push this story, push the blame wherever they want it that day, and it is that day because it does seem to change.
That Aaron wasn't there in the beginning, and then Nat said that Aaron, she couldn't say what she did. She was close to some of the people, but Nat had no evidence of what.
Here's what we from the screenshots we've seen. Tina,
and these are verified, not faked. These are true screenshots.
Yes, these are true screenshots.
How?
Tina seemed to be influencing a lot of the opinions of Little Miss Noble. Same with Kim Fulmer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they seem to be kind of giving directions to her. And Tina do things overtly. She's really sneaky, and she does things behind the scenes.
Kind of person.
What?
Sorry, that was me. Sorry.
Who said 100%? Oh, she's really sneaky and she does things behind the scenes.
Yeah, what was that?
A couple of years ago, she got mad at me because one of my followers figured out who she was.
I want to know what that was.
I had no clue, who she was. I didn't look her up. I didn't care. She was just this annoying person that wouldn't leave me alone. And they apparently posted her name, which I didn't even.
I do have to get
I
going.
might have even responded
Where
to.
am I? Where did I leave off here on this so I can keep track? So about 23 minutes, almost 25. So I will do a part 2 of this stream. I might do one late tonight if I don't know. I would like to anyways. We'll see how I feel after work, but I'm supposed to work till 11, I think, or something. But so I don't always get out on time. So we'll wait and play it by ear. But it might be, and if it is tonight, it'll probably be midnight, I guess, by the time I come on. If not, then I'll try and do another one tomorrow before work because I'm working the same hours. But yeah, I can't wait to cover more the next few minutes of the stream if it's the part I'm thinking of, because I think it might be. And I have a couple more super chats here, I think. Thank you, Puddlerific, for the super chat. Oof, Waxy might be in over her head with KJ. KJ is quick. Yeah. Not even her sweet, old person stuttering is going to help her there. And I try it. It doesn't work for me either, but whatever. Thank you so much for the super chat, Casty. It's become overcomplicated. It evolves around one person. Have a good day. Possibly, yeah. I don't know. I do have thoughts on this, and I will share them next stream. But I do have to get going because I'm already running 2 minutes behind. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry it was so short. Hopefully there's more to come. So bye.